Hey everybody, this is Cromar with TGN, and I'm here today to bring you some more Rift coverage. This is the Beta 6 event. We're looking at the Cleric and the Cabalist soul. So let's see how this works here. Now I'm going to start by just doing a poll. First of all, my spec is Cabalist, Purifier, Inquisitor, but I'll go into more detail on that in a minute. I have two spells that I pull with that put a damage and a dot. A couple more dots. Also have a personal shield up. And then I'll start casting a couple of channeled abilities till the thing is dead. This is with using no cooldowns. So you see pretty quick if you are able to control the fight, if you're able to make the pull and everything like that. So let's do another one here. Refresh my shield. Pulling. One of my dots is on cooldown, so I'm not going to use that. And I'm going to use a short cooldown here to basically blow this guy up. I just did like over a quarter of his health instantly. Yeah, so you see this is pretty effective. But you might notice if you've seen the Inquisitor video, this is almost exactly like the Inquisitor. The playstyle is, I don't even know. There's like no difference at all. I mean, if anything, you just have less survivability with the spec. Let's see. But probably a little more damage, I think. Anyway, so that's how every fight is like single target, multi-target. Quest item over there. Multi-target. I have 2 decays up. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open with a different spell than what I usually open with. What's he shooting at? Oh, he is shooting at me. That's weird. Anyway, so I'm going to blow this guy up pretty quick here. Alright, I've just got multiple adds on me. I'm basically screwed. Oh boy, here we go. Still got half mana, so I should be okay. Just gonna heal up. Holy crap. I need to stay away from that guy. Most of my important cooldowns are back up, so get that and shield. Alright, now this isn't 4 mobs, this is actually 2 mobs because these guys just have like the little spider pet, and the spider pet is not a full-fledged mob, so I guess it's probably more like 1.5 per pull. Wow. Alright. There we go. I think there's... I don't know if there was something I could have done to speed that up, but... Okay, I just got a repop on top of me. Let's finish him off. Wow, that was close. And that was just, you know, 2 pulls or 3 pulls worth of mobs, maybe. Oh, he's not an elite. He just has high health. I might try to kill him later. Anyway. What's he fighting? Oh, he's fighting goblins. That's awesome. I love when the NPCs fight each other. So let me get out of here so I can recover some health. Okay, so as you saw there, I was basically struggling just to stay alive. I blew all my cooldowns, and that's all I got. So it's not that effective. Inquisitor's a little more effective, but neither spec has good survivability at all. So, but anyway, let's look at how I have the points allocated. I mean, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But the Cabalist, of course, has the majority of the points. I basically, trying as hard as I could to get this. Affinity for Death reduces the cooldown and Obliterate. What is that? This is the default 1-minute cooldown ability that basically blows up whatever I'm targeting. I have to build up stacks of Lurking Decay using my Decay spell and then basically detonate it with Obliterate. Doesn't obscene amount of damage, but with this talent, it's on a more respectable cooldown, more useful cooldown. As Inquisitor, I still had Obliterate, but I did not have this talent, so it didn't come up as often. Other spells, I can spend my my stacks of Lurking Decay with Tyranny, which costs a ton of mana, but it does do a lot of damage, especially since it hits in an AoE. I use it sometimes to finish off mobs if I just want to hurry up and kill them without casting anything else. I also have this other channeled ability on cooldown. It's slightly more powerful than Decay. It's a short cooldown, so I just usually try to weave it in whenever it's up. Got a couple more instant casts. Curse of Solitude, basically just another dot. It's not a very powerful dot either, and it's a long cooldown, so it's not that really important as part of your rotation. Cast Time does instant death damage plus a dot. I also use that in addition to the Purifier ability. Spirit Rupture, which does like the exact same thing, except it's a life damage. So I try to put both of them on there. On the Inquisitor side of things, I don't use the Bolt of Judgment, but I do use Vex because it is a very powerful, very cheap dot, as you can see, 15 seconds, a lot of damage, instant and very low mana. So I'll weave it into my rotation, of course. Okay, now there's another ability I want to show you real quick. It's called Dark Passage. This is a blink, but let's read the tooltip here. To a random location. Yes, seriously, and it's really short range too. So, you know, there you go. You just teleport you randomly, seriously. It's kind of ridiculous and pretty useless and dangerous to use, but I guess it's okay in an emergency. I just really didn't want to use it back there when I was fighting those mobs because I didn't want to teleport into something else. You know, like into this Trent, for example. The other Cabalist abilities, they do have a couple of AoEs. Shadow's Touch does an AoE, very weak though, and Bound Fate does another weak AoE. Not a big deal. Obliterate is your main AoE, and I really hate to be able to... I'm missing Soul Drain in my Inquisitor video. You saw Soul Drain does, you know, really, really powerful AoE because it just... the more enemies there are, the more it hits. Oh, I got a mob on me. I'm just going to put one of my casts. This guy's lower level than me, so it should go pretty quick. Just did an Obliterate, and there you go. See how fast that is? So the reason I put points into Purifier instead of Inquisitor is that Inquisitor with only 6 points gives you pretty much nothing except for this one dot, which I kind of miss this dot, so this isn't bad. This is a pretty good one. I might even, you know, use it instead of Curse of Solitude. That's not bad, but then you don't get the really good talents until, where is here, 14, you get Soul Drain. Or Harsh Discipline, that's like 16 points. So and you know, here's Contempt, that's 12 points. So that's you know, it takes a lot of points to get the really, really good talents in Inquisitor. Although there are some good shallow talents, I guess, like increasing critical chance. That's always welcome. Or hell, I could just put points and get Bolt of Depravity and Bolt of Judgment and just use Bolt of Judgment as my primary nuke. But at that point, why are you even playing the Cabalist? You know, you should be playing the Inquisitor. And that way you can get your proc here, which is just insanely powerful. The points I put into Purifier, I was able to get the heal, which is really nice. You do have to get a lot more points to get the really good spells like, where is it here? Ward of the Ancestors, the shield you cast on an ally. Love that. But you also have a shield for yourself. And here's the Heroic Blessing, or Healing Blessing, I mean. This is really nice. Heals a lot more than 27 health. It's just a tooltip. But I just cast that whenever I get into trouble, and it does give you a lot of health back instantly if you have stuff attacking you. Let's see, what could we do other than this configuration? You can get a better healing if you don't like your Purifier, if your shield's not good enough, or your Healing Flame. Warden with no point investment gets a really nice heal over time. This is a very good spell, so that's something to consider. Sentinel with no point investment gives you a nice instant cast heal, and then a casting heal, Healing Grace, for only 6 points. So I do have 6 points to spare, so I could get that. That would not be half bad at all. But I'm going to stick with Purifier at the moment because I do get the shield in addition to the heal. So, and I also get this pulling ability. So, you know, lots of decisions to be made there. But overall, not that impressed with the Cabalist. It's not something I would want to level as because it's not... It's just... I mean... It's really nice if you get the pull. I don't even know what this is. What's a Deathlight? Oh, whatever. Whatever it is, I'm going to destroy it. So, if you get the pull and everything goes smoothly, then you do light it up, and you kill it pretty fast. And boom, there you go. Okay, in addition, there's one more thing I need to talk about, the Cabalist and the Sigils. They're kind of confusing. What they are is a self-buff you cast, and then when you spend certain abilities, it purges this, or it uses the Sigil. So it's kind of like you charge up and then you unleash it. The Sigil of Power is on a 2-minute cooldown, so you can't use it all that often, but when you use it and then you unleash it, you get mana back. Sigil Binding, when you unleash it, it slows enemies around for a very short duration, so it's pretty useless, but I have used it every now and then, and it is, you know, almost free, and it has no cooldown, so I guess there's really no point in not using it. The way you unleash it, the main way is with your good old-fashioned Obliterate, and unleashes a Sigil and your Lurking Decays all at once, so it's quite powerful. And also your Tyranny will unleash it. Now, did I show you this one? Yeah, Tyranny is the one that does a decent amount of damage, but costs a ton of mana, and it unleashes your Sigil as well as one Lurking Decay at a time. So those are the only Sigils I have now, but there's more. High-level Sigil, Ravaging, yes, this is the one. This one heals you for the damage done by Lurking Decay. And Lurking Decay, of course, if I didn't show you before, let me show you now. The way Lurking Decay works is when it's unleashed, it does an AoE, so it hits up to 4 enemies. So the more enemies you hit with the Lurking Decay, the more health you get back from Sigil of Ravaging, or the more mana you get back from Sigil Power, or the more enemies get slowed by the other one. Sigil of Ruin, this is a really nice one, but again, 2-minute cooldown, so that kind of hurts. Sigil of Secrecy is a silence. Wow, that looks really nice for PvP. And notice it's a 1-minute cooldown. There's a talent up here. Oh, where is it here? There it is. Reduces the cooldown on all sigils by 30 seconds. So the 2-minute cooldowns one, they get about 25% off, but this 1-minute cooldown one, it gets half off, which is nice. What's on me? Just another dog. Alright. Dot you up. Come on. Decay. Obliterate that fast, see? But it doesn't always go like that, so that's why it's not as good as other specs. Needs a little more survivability. There's another spell which I'll be able to get in only one level, which is very intriguing to me. Maelstrom pulls enemies to each other, so it like binds them together. But it's only a 15-meter range, which is not that far. But I can still see how it would be useful. After a few more levels, you can get Surge, which increases, so it's 5 enemies instead of just 3 enemies. So for your AoE needs, that's pretty nice. I can see that being really useful in raids and dungeons, especially. Like if you have a Cabalist, then their job is to help group up the enemies for the tank. Especially if they're casters and they won't move. I mean, a tank, from playing a tank, I could say, wow, that would be really cool if I could have my raid member do that for me. But okay, anyway, so that's the Cabalist. Endgame raiding, it might be a lot more powerful since you don't have to worry about your survivability, and you can sit back and load up dots and channels and everything, and this pretty complicated casting structure. But while soloing, it just doesn't do it for me. I'd rather not bother with it. So, thanks for watching. This is Cromar with TGN.